Hello everyone, and welcome back if you've been watching my Flosstube videos already, and welcome to any new viewers. I'm Amy from Amy's Haven Designs, and this is Flosstube number 3. I am filming today from very sunny North Carolina, where I'm visiting some relatives, and most of my video today will just be haul. I have been doing some stitching. I've been working on my tan, not deliberately, but I've been swimming in this lake behind me. I'm going to show some of the footage, some of the scenes from the lake as well, somewhere in this video. And yeah, I've just been enjoying myself, seeing family. Probably, I don't know how many brothers and sisters and parents and all sorts I've seen in the last few weeks. And I haven't had as much stitching time. The second reason for the lack of stitching time is because I've developed vertigo, and in my first week here, it's got worse and worse. And so I feel like I'm on a boat and that I'm swaying back and forth, or the table's swaying back and forth. I had vertigo a few years ago, and I had it for a few months, and it's not painful, but it certainly slows you down. However, I've done some stitching. I don't have the finished piece of this, but I did finish it. I showed it on Instagram, and I did the zebra sampler. And this is by Erna Hiscock. And I finished this for my sister, and then I sent it off with my mother, who's going to see her next week. My sister's coming from South Africa to visit, but we're missing each other. We're not able to see each other. I am more than a few weeks into my trip here, and I am flying back to the UK in less than a week's time. So I've managed to see lots of people, and really enjoyed the swimming and boating here on Lake Norman in North Carolina, but I haven't been able to see everybody. That's for my next trip. Okay, this next work in progress I'll show you is part of my haul. So before I came, I ordered some things from Fat Quarter Shop so that they were here when I arrived. And I got the Halloween project bag for the Bats and Boo Stitch Along. Oh, I don't have anything printed off. I've only been doing it from a device. And I don't have very much stitched. And I think I've made a mistake in the bat. So I'm so far behind. I thought this was the one thing that I would keep up with, and in fact I had done a lot of this white that's supposed to be in the corner, and I had made a mistake in the bat, so I ended up having to take out some of the white. But anyway, I'm I'm enjoying what I've been able to do, and I do have some catching up with that. So that's a free stitch along on Fat Quarter Shop website. You can get the free pattern. They also have a quilt along, which I'm not doing. And you can buy fabrics and kits, and also, ooh, where's my pumpkin? I have a needle minder. I have the needle minder. I think I might know where it ended up. I didn't get all the bits and pieces that go with it, but I did get the needle minder and the project bag as a nice memento of my trip, and who doesn't want a pumpkin needle minder? Oh dear. Well, I might have to show it to you another time. The next time I show you my progress on this piece, I think. I have used DMCs for this. I also used just some leftover gray that I had. I have not used the called for DMCs. I just kept looking at my grays and oranges, and I used the white and the black, or just white and black. Well, 310. But I can share that with you another time when I get further along. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my haul from Fat Quarter Shop. So this video might be in a little bit different order than other people do, because I have this great haul that I need to share with you. So I got a mini stash in store. I'll take some of the bits out. Some of you might laugh at some of the things I've put in here. These come on the bread bags. When you buy bread in the US, these come on the bread bags to hold the bread bag closed instead of maybe a twist tie. And we don't have these in the UK, so whenever I come, I grab one or two, because we have these really annoying little pieces of plastic tape, and you have to try to pry it apart to open your bag, and if you're lucky you can do that. And sometimes you can try to stick it back together, but basically you need something else. You need a clip or something. So these work just fine, you know. My family probably thinks I'm crazy. Whenever I see a bread bag, you know, being emptied, I think, oh, I need that. So this is, it comes in two sizes. This is a smaller size. This has a silicone, it's just a plastic pot with a silicone pot that has these, I guess, sort of like flowers. And then the bigger one, you can fit rulers and things in. And then you can stick your things in. I have a thread catcher that I brought with me from home. I've stuck this in. This really doesn't need to go in here. You never know. Maybe they'll come in handy for something. And then I have a pot of, for traveling, I put my needles in a pot. Even though I have endless numbers of needle books and stuff, but I thought that was a bit more compact. And it's great, and you can stick all sorts of things in it. And I really like the idea of being able to put my sketching pencils and pens in here and having that next to me, and I can see what they are, see which one is which. I don't know if I wish I had had the bigger one or not, and it's too late now, but I'm really liking this one. And it comes in lots of different colors too. So I'd never seen that before, and grabbed that. Then I got two patterns. One is Plum Street Samplers, the Wool and Flax Company, and I had just seen this on another floss tube, and I will have to, because my memory's gone, I'll have to link it below, another new floss tuber from Australia that I saw, and another one from New Zealand, and some others from the States. Anyway, I'll try to link those below. If I don't, I will do it next time. So the Wool and Flax Company, I used to live on a sheep farm, and I just thought that was really cute. And I have purchased the threads, the DMC to go with it. Yes, I've purchased all the DMC to go with it. And this is The Country Life by Blackbird Designs, part of the Loose Feathers. And this is 7, and I'm not planning on buying any of the others in the series necessarily, but I really liked this one. I love the green. I love where there's lots of grass. I'm not sure how much I love stitching it, but I love looking at it. Lots and lots of grass. Oh, there's a bit of a glare. So, and I bought the DMC, did I? I bought the DMC threads for this as well. I got a project bag. Stitching is my cardio. Oh, yep, being my bonnet. So I'm looking forward to I need to choose which project will go in it. And I got some lamb's wool 30 count linen, which is a sort of brownie color. And then I got parchment 32 count. Oh, I'm wondering, is that what I ordered? I ordered some more, but was it parchment? Might have been more parchment. So this is, that's a lovely piece, greeny beigey. I don't know if you do this, but especially when I fold up my projects, I try to fold them the opposite way that they're folded the first time, to try to fold out, unfold, you know, try to get the wrinkles out. I'm not sure that is useful or helpful. I find it's helpful with the things I'm stitching. So just trying to pick out the cross stitchy things. I got a cross stitch key. I do have something similar. I have one of those clear ones that measures the counts of the fabric, but this one also does the corners, the 1.5, 2 and 2.5 inch corners, and then it will do the counts, and it does various things. So if you can put that up there, and you can see how useful that tool might be, and nice and flat, so it's good to fit in a suitcase. And then I fell in love with this. Even so, it is well with my soul. And that's just a tin to put bits and pieces in. Now, please excuse me, for these next few items are quilting items, but I'm going to show it now, even though this is not a quilting channel, because there's very few chances that I'll get to go to the States and go to order things from shops and all that. That's the box from my stash and store, mini stash and store. Okay, so I was desperately waiting for various people to have all the French general things that are coming out, and unfortunately a lot of the things were not available before I leave. A lot of things were coming out. They said shipping possibly September and onwards. So I managed to get a few things that I've also had on my wish list. I just got a Jolly bar of cranberries and cream. And it was because that's what they had. They only had the Jolly bar ready for shipping, and everything else was pre-order. And I didn't know if I'd be able to get it in time. And I haven't even opened it. I just love them. Okay, so as the name suggests, they're all cranberry and green color. Let's see if we can pick out some of the, and then they go darker to, so they go past cream to beige, and then there are some of the darker brown, but they are mostly cranberry and green, and I'm just loving that, and we'll do some fun quilting with that. I also got a charm pack. These are 5-inch squares, and there's 42 of them from American Gatherings, and so this has some lots of patriotic stars and stripes, and And there are some florals and things in there. They're not all stars and stripes, but there's a lot of these ones with the flag. And then there's some bits. And so, and there's some stripes. And again, it's a sort of cranberry and cream kind of color. And so that will be great to make some small quilts and decorations and pillows and just bits and pieces for around the house. And I got they're 10 by 10 pieces, and this is Laundry Basket Favorites 2, a linen texture. And the reason I got this is because I'd like to make a bookshelf quilt. So a bookshelf quilt is one where it looks like a bookshelf and people put books on it. And I would like to, with my sewing machine, embroider names of my favorite books. But you need a lot of narrow, varied color fabrics for the books. And so I got this, basically a larger charm pack, so that I can make them. I looked a lot at jelly rolls and things, and I want so many different colors, but I don't want them to be the same. And I like these because it's sort of a nice texture, if you can see. And so a lot of these, oh gosh, this is one of my favorite colors, this one. If you see, I think they'll make more interesting books in amongst other bits from my stash perhaps, or get one jelly roll of something else. I think that these will make really good book binding, book covers. If you can see the texture and the pattern. And yeah, so I got that. And then I can cut some of them narrow and some of them long and some of them so that they're all different books. I'll show that on Instagram. I might not show that on this channel actually. Unless you say you want to see it, then I will. Okay, and then this I'm really excited about. And I haven't even opened it or anything. This is Bluebird. So this is a Bluebird fat quarter bundle. And so this I had also had my eye on. So from Laundry Basket Quilts on Instagram, I've just been enjoying every single picture of every single quilt that they've made using these, and just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. So I cannot wait to get started on that. So I just love the colors. And I had to miss out on all the French General. And the funny thing is, so my sister in South Africa, she was telling me whenever she comes here to visit, she always orders things ahead of time in case she can't get to the quilt shops and things she wants to do. Now she does quilting. And I didn't even know how much she was interested in the quilting until she said, I said, well, I've ordered some stuff from the Fat Quarter Shop. I said, it's a shop you probably have never heard of. I've got some cross-stitch bits, and I've actually, managed to get some quilting bits. And she said, I order from there every year. So every year when she arrives at my mother's doorstep or my father's doorstep, there's a package waiting for her from the Fat Quarter Shop. So, all the way in South Africa and the UK, we know about the Fat Quarter Shop. So she is also ordering French General, but she's going to be here in time to receive it. So I am jealous, but there you go. Next time, I think that they'll be popular enough that maybe next time I come, they'll be available. I hope. Right. So that's those ones. I'm going to show you some of the other things. First, I'm going to have some of my sweet tea. It is hot. It is, hold on. It's 82, I think it's 82 degrees on the sun, on the porch. And I have a fan going above my head. And that's 82, I guess, in the shade, maybe. And it is a glorious, it's glorious out there. And we need to get jumping in the lake. I'm sorry, the tree is in the way of the lake, but That's the next door neighbor's dock. But I mean, look at that blue skies. This is stuff that we don't get to these temperatures in England for more than a couple of days of the whole year. So I'm having my sweet tea, which is also an American thing. It's very hard to buy any kind of iced tea in England. Some of the shops have it, but not much. I bought some stuff at the Dollar Tree. So thankful, grateful, blessed. So that was $1. I'm just showing you random decorations. I will get to the cross stitch stuff. I bought this one. Autumn. Now in England we say autumn and we never say fall. So it's nice to find something that says autumn, because if I use the things that say the fall, people are like, what's that? So apple picking, hay rides, crisp air, crunchy leaves, and give thanks. I got that for $1. Then I went to Michael's and I got this Hello Pumpkin. And I bought this, a mini shadow box. Now, maybe I haven't shown on this channel yet, but I will. I have a cross wall that has all sorts of crosses and bits and pieces. And so I have some things I can pop into there. In fact, I might like to even get another one, and they have a bigger one. You'll just have to indulge me with my showing you random things I bought on my holiday. I've inserted into my Flosstube. So I have a design coming up which will feature this wonderful, it's a faux fur ribbon, but I'm making something that will have this on it. So I got that. I also bought some other linens. They don't have very many in Michael's, but I have a 28 count linen, a 28 count Monaco, and I have a 28 Irish linen Lugana. So this one says it's tea dyed, so it's a bit beige, and it's basically because I'm here and I've been given, I have a birthday coming up and I've been given gifts, as in that I could, basically money I could spend on these wonderful things. So I've stocked up on a few basics, and then I got myself this, which I thought would be great for using as not necessarily a project bag, but for items. So this I just bought from a gift shop in Davidson, North Carolina, it's called the Village Store, I think, and it has really amazing stuff in there. And it says, first I drink the coffee, then I do the things. So I've seen this around or similar, and I thought, oh, I could do with one of those. Now, the rest of my haul is things that people have given me from their stashes and stuff. So my mother, first of all, she gave me, she gave me a pattern that she's been using to make a shirt, so I'll have that, but I won't show that to you. You'll probably see me wearing one day. Okay, she gave me this, which has cross-stitch quilts. 5 seasons of quilts. So she gave me that from her stash. And it has lots of cute. It has the 4 seasons, and then it has an additional Christmas one. Aren't they cute? I love all the pumpkins. I think I want to do the pumpkin-y one. The autumn one first, and maybe that's just because we're coming up to autumn, but I also think I might swap out the colors, or maybe even swap out one of the quilts. I might swap out some of the colors, I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to doing that, some of those. And she also gave me this bag, and it's like a project bag. Okay, so it's a little briefcase like this, and it's only yay big, the size of a book. and it has zips on the outside and a handle and pockets and things. And then you open it up, and I have, so some of the other things I've acquired are some charms and items, because I make floss rings. In fact, I probably should have bought more of these because I want one myself. I make floss rings with thread drops. I sell on my Etsy channel. And so I often have charms and things around. And I also make stitch markers, crochet stitch markers, and knitting stitch markers. So, so I can fit all the bits and pieces for that. I have got now the DMCs for lots of my projects that I've showed you lately in the last few videos, and I just decided to just put them in each section so that I didn't have to separate them again when I get home. I got one of these magnifying lights. I think I got that at the Dollar Tree. I'm not showing it to you properly, am I? It has a little, you can hold it, it's magnifying kind of light. Okay, so I got lots of DMC with my Michael's coupon. And then I have some, what else did she give me? So my mother, I think she had this spare, and she passed it on to me because she had another one similar. And she gave me some, these are blackboard tags, and so they have a pen. So she said I could use them for my floss rings, and I also have extra rings hanging around. And then lots of extra. I like to store my floss on bobbins. I just like it, and it's partly because of the way in my house I have to store things in a cupboard, and it's just easier for me, and I know that they're safe and they're not going to get dusty or get damp or anything like that. So I still, and I like the cardboard ones because I like to be able to write on them. I do not believe in having the DMC stickers because stickers can fall off and then you're stuck. So I just like the cardboard ones rather than the plastic. Right, so I have this handy dandy case. I might use it differently when I get home, but this is how I'm using it for traveling. I'm just, as I accumulate things, and I can put them in there. So my stepmother also gave me, and I'm going to show you footage of all of these threads spread out on the coffee table. She pulled out from her various sewing boxes. She doesn't do a lot of sewing, she does mending and stuff, but she happened to get a lot of items from her mother and various aunts and uncles, grandparents, or whatever. You know, she would gather things. She would gather items and then just put them in her sewing box. So she found all of these things, and I think these are DMC 3. Number 311, who knows if they still make it. There's tons of those. And I put into a case all of these threads. The pearl cotton still has their labels on it. The DMC, they're DMC 8. And all of these, I don't know. And I went through and pulled out anything that I thought was kind of salvageable. Although now looking in this light, this gray is sort of beigey gray. It's almost like those variegated hand-dyed threads. So it might be that there's stuff here that I can't use. But I can have a look through and see what might be good, especially for there are certain projects that you can use a lot of interesting threads for, like punch needle or something like that. So, and there's whoever had these liked a lot of blue. There's lots and lots and lots of the same blue. So those were offered to me. and I can go through and see what I might want. I put them in these plastic boxes for safekeeping, and those don't fit in there. And also, so my stepmother is a part of Friends of the Library, and they have a bookshop, and she found all these cross-stitch books. So this one, I need to figure out what I have room for in my suitcase, because books are obviously very heavy. They're flat and they could probably fit, but I need to determine which things I'll bring with me. I think I will bring with me the complete book of cross-stitch and counted thread techniques, because it has the counted thread techniques in it, and it has a number of, you know, nice things in it. And she said to me that maybe they're a bit old-fashioned. Take what you want. She'll bring them back to the shop, to the used bookshop. Better Homes and Gardens cross-stitch samplers, and there are some. So maybe some of you recognize them. You have them in your stash somewhere. If you have a stash that's going back this far, let me find. I'm trying to find the pictures. So I don't know, just show you some of the pictures of the items in it. Treasury of Cross-Stitch Samplers by Sharon Perna. Hearts and Flowers Cross-Stitch. And so for a lot of them, there are things where I really would like one sampler or a couple of things. There's some of them have quite a few alphabets and or borders, and I just love to, you know, have those. And I suppose for legal reasons you're not supposed to just photocopy, but I wonder if I could take a picture. This has some reproduction samplers in it. This is America's Best Cross Stitch by Better Homes and Gardens, and I have some samplers. And the last one is Greetings in Cross Stitch. So these are different cards, different seasonal cards and things like that, like Merry Christmas and Happy Easter in cross stitch. So those are other things that I can search through and see which ones I want to take with me. And yeah, that's it. I do have an order from Sassy Jack's coming, and I don't know if it will arrive before I leave here, and that's unfortunate. I had really hoped to get to the Stitch and Frame shop, which people had recommended in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I am visiting people and I don't have access to a car, and so I've been able to get out and about with various relatives, but I haven't been able to go as far as the Stitch and Frame shop, and so next time hopefully, and or any other. So I've been to Michael's, popped into Joann's. They don't have many cross stitch things, and I had hoped actually also to go to Asheville, North Carolina, where Sassy Jack's is, because my aunt lives there, and we weren't able to go on that trip this time. So I've put in an order, and fingers crossed it will arrive before I get on the plane in 5 days time. Right, so I'm sorry I don't have a lot to show you with finishes and things and stitching. I do have some stitching that I've been working on that are my designs that hopefully will be published in the next few weeks, but I've really just been enjoying the sun, enjoying reading books, resting, and visiting with family. I need to rest a lot with the vertigo, because right now this table, it just feels like it's going like this, it's swaying back and forth, and so it's not painful, but it just means that I need to sit still for times to kind of recover my head. It's just tiring, that's all. So I will probably make my next floss tube when I get back to the UK, and I look forward to hearing your comments and suggestions, whether it's on Instagram at Amy's Haven, or here down below in the comments. I love interacting with you guys and seeing where you're from and what you're up to and what kinds of things you'd like to see. Would you like to see more quilting? I don't do as much quilting as cross stitch, but if you'd like to see that on here, or you don't mind once in a while, I'll share that too. And I just want to say another big thank you to all the people who have subscribed and all the people who have been viewing my first couple of videos. It's been so nice to have so many people viewing and so many people commenting, and I just ask keep it up, because I'm on my own doing this, and I'm a single parent, and I love cross stitch, and I love sharing it with people, and I love just being able to reach out to other people and say hello. I live in a small village, and so it's been really brilliant. And thanks also to people who have been supporting me and coming to my Etsy shop, Amy's Haven Designs, as well, because as a single parent, I do need to have some income, and it's really helpful to have people come by and buy some of the bits and pieces, and so I appreciate all of that. Well, my last thing to say is thanks for watching.